flat tummy after delivery, part 1.
Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is Ivan and I want to thank everyone who came to this channel to support me. Kindly, if you've not subscribed, do not forget to do so. So today, what I'm going to do, so many people have been asking me on TikTok how I was able to get back my flat tummy after giving birth, and also my body becoming so tiny after I delivered, because most people are always afraid of giving birth because of the side effects they think they'll get, mostly adding weight and getting a big tummy and all that. That was also one of my biggest, how do you call it, fear. That was also one of my biggest fear. I was like, oh my god, after giving birth, how am I going to go back to shape? I see so many people after giving birth, they have very big stomachs, and it was crazy. So I told myself I'm not going to be one of those people, and of course there's a solution. So I did 6 things, and I will not be saying them through one video. I'll do 6 episodes. All right, so this is how my tummy looks right now, and my body too. Yeah, so I'll go fast because I'm going to show you what I did and give you the process and all that. So when I'm here, you'll not be able to see. So one step I did was tying my tummy. I went through CS. Okay, let me tell you. I did a CS, cesarean, and the doctor told me not to tie my stomach because of the wound and all that. So I was not to tie my stomach at all. But now you see, my mother-in-law told me, you leave those doctors. If you want to get a very big tummy, don't tie your stomach. And she told me nothing comes without pain. That is one thing I remember until today. Nothing good comes without pain. So she tied my stomach after a week, because I went to her. Kikuyus, normally after you give birth, the lady goes to the husband's mom and take care of her for sometimes even a month or that or so. But she took care of me for a week, and she told me to tie my stomach, and she told me if I don't, I will have a very big stomach. So she helped me out, and she showed me how to do it without feeling pain. Thank God also the doctors who attended to me, who did my operation, they did a very good job. And after a week, I was not feeling so much pain. I was okay. So I started tying my stomach after 1 week. Was it after a week? No, after a week of after a week of delivery, because I gave birth and stayed in the hospital 3 days. Yeah, and then I went home. So by the time I started tying my stomach, it was after a week. And I'm glad, because one thing you have to do if you want to get good results is tie your stomach, or start this process when your stomach is not still strong. How will I say? Kama ni bado ni mbichi. That's why we say in Kiswahili. It's still very soft. You see, after giving birth, the womb is very soft, so you can mold it back to the shape that you want. And it's good if you do so before it gets used to, you see, modeling clay. It's so difficult to explain. Modeling clay, you can always put it to any shape that you want before it dries, but after it dries, it's so hard to mold it back to any shape that you want, right? That's the same thing as the womb. So if you take this process as soon as possible, because I may say maybe doing it after 6 months will be too late. After I don't know, 4, 5 also will be too late. Like, just do it as soon as possible. Don't hurt yourself. Be very careful. So, because I think I've spoken a lot, but kindly put in mind, if you're doing all this, do it as soon as possible, because if you delay, then you might not get any good results. The tummy also is just like a modeling clay. Once it dries, or once it gets used to the shape that it is so difficult to take it back the shape that you want. Okay, so the first step I said was tying my tummy. I did that for so long, and so many other processes. I'll do that in part 2. So let me show you how I did. I used my mother gave me like so many lassos, and I used to tie my stomach with 3 lassos. So I have this, and I have that. I'm going to show you how it worked, how I used to tie it. So guys, now when my stomach, you see, like when you are from the hospital, the stomach is still very big. So the first lasso, I used to tie it from here, from like just below my teeth. That. Remember that time the stomach was still very big, so it could hold so fast. This was the first one. And then the second step was folding the second lasso very nicely. All these lassos I got from my mother-in-law. I thank God for having her. She's such a darling. So you just tie it like that. That's how you fold it. Make sure that it folds so well and neatly. Okay, so the CS was done here, right? So remember, if you tie this lasso over here, of course you're going to feel some pain, right? If you tie this lasso from here, and this is where the cesarean was done, of course you're going to feel pain. So one was supposed to be here. Right now I don't have a big tummy, so it's not folding. And then this one, the way I've just folded, was going somewhere here. Okay, remember the tummy where was the surgery was done was here. So you see, if you tie it like this, you're not going to feel this. And then that time after giving birth, you normally have 2 stomachs, here and here. So when you tie like this, you can of course see the 2 stomachs, and that is why you are folding this one and tying it here to get rid of the lower stomach, and the other one to get rid of the upper stomach. So yeah, so 2 lassos down, and then the third one and the last one also, you just fold it like the one you folded here. Yeah, like that. Yeah. And then you tie it here. Be having to come here so that, yeah, this is how I used to jump when I'm tired. I didn't want jokes, my friends. And sometimes I could even call my husband to help me tie it so tightly. He was like, "You're not feeling pain?" And I was like, "I was told nothing comes without pain." So, yeah. And I could walk like this the entire day in the house. Sometimes I could even sleep with it, though it's not advisable. Like, I was so scared. You see, I was so scared of having a very big tummy and all that after giving birth. Like, my body just transforming to something else. So I did what I had to do. My God. Like, this is what I used to do, like, every day. Sometimes I could wake up with it, tie it again, find another lesson. Like, you see, I was so consistent. And yes, consistency is key. If you start today and then after 2 days you're done, you take a break, it's not gonna work. So this is just one of the 6 things I did. I'm going to do another video of the second part, but this was very, very important, and it played a very, very big role in reducing my tummy. All right, yes, thank you guys. This is how it looked. What is this? I think I have to throw this away. Yeah, so I don't know what you think about this, but if you really want to reduce or get a flat tummy, this is one of the steps you need to start with. I will do the following. The other videos, now we are remaining with 5. I'm going to do all of them as soon as possible. I'm sure it's going to help someone. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Kindly, if you've not subscribed, and if you think this video is going to help someone you know, don't forget to share with them. Men, you can also share this with your wives and your girlfriends or be mamas, anyone you love that you think this might help them in future. Thank you so much, and bye until next video.